Hey, it's Jamie, and today we're rehashing Genesis 31 to 33. So yesterday, if you remember, Jacob did his little sheep trick and made himself super wealthy, and Uncle Laban in the end got so butthurt about Jacob, his moneymaker, taking off with both of his girls. So God comes to Jacob and tells him to get going on home, and he does. But Laban, that dirty little uncle, comes out of nowhere hot on his heels. However, the two men do work it out in the end, all becomes well. But for some reason, and I think we'll learn about this later because the Bible mentioned it, Rachel steals her father's household gods. Weird. Okay, now, Jacob going home means Jacob seeing his brother, who was quite tickety-booed at home when he left. So Jacob sends his men and a huge lavish gift of animals on home ahead of him, and he tells his men to say to Esau that Jacob, Esau's servant, has returned home. If you remember, Jacob had originally stolen Esau's firstborn rights. Here is Jacob selflessly returning them. Keep in mind that this was a 20-year feud. 14 years working for Laban, 6 years working on his own wealth and sheep tricks, and he doesn't know if his brother's going to kill him for what he did or what. But it's a risk he has to take because God said, go home, Jacob. So Jacob's got to get going home. He has to right his wrongs. It's the Lord's way. It sucks, but it's the Lord's way. And check out Esau's reaction in all of this. He was ready for Jacob's return too. He sent 400 men ahead of him just in case. But luckily for both boys, they give each other this very hearty, squishy, warm welcome, letting bygones be bygones instantly. Esau is also now a very wealthy man himself and very successful, and he doesn't need any rights back or nothing, but Jacob insists on atoning for his sins. And what a lesson in forgiveness coming out of Esau. I mean, how many of us apologize when we hurt someone or set about to make it right? And how many of us forgive that easily when it happens to us? These days, everyone's arguing about everyone and about everything, it seems, and everyone's just out for themselves. When we know we've done something wrong, how often do we actually fix it? We know God said to over and over and over, but how often do we just move on and forget to kind of repair the relationships that have sprung a leak? We kind of convince ourselves it's not a big deal or that we're not to blame, or we can just say a quick I'm sorry prayer to God and forget about it. That's not the way it works. Not only should we be atoning for our sins to the Lord, but we should be bestowing apologies to the people we sin against. Apologize, 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 and mean it when you do something wrong. Don't just move on and try to forget. Tomorrow we're reading Genesis 34 to 35. If you want to read ahead, please do. And leave a comment if you read this, if you got something else from this. And I hope you have a blessed day. Don't you forget to say your prayers. This is the Bible in a Year theme song.